And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's go, go, go for the season opener of round 1, season 5. And we are a go. Clem and Pistol getting off to a great start. There's been a bit of contact already. And there is a bit of contact right at the back. And there's a few people going off. And we're just trying to keep up with this already. And there's the caution in sector 1. It is an Aston Martin slightly off the track. It's all settled down at the back. C6 Dragon overtaking Throne. George getting overtaken by EVT Michael. Fister just getting a bit boxed in there. There's a few drivers getting really scrunched up here. We're just missing a few things. And Nick, man, goes up a few places there. Oh, wow, we're losing everything here. We're trying to keep up with it. There's a few drivers really struggling in the wet, clearly. We'll just try and find out where people go. Pistol making a move on Dutch, and we've got a battle for the lead, and it's a pretty hefty one at that. There's been a collision with a Tech Pro barrier there at the back, I'm pretty sure I saw. Skywalker takes the lead. C6 Dread taking or trying to attempt to take third place, but the McLaren just keeps on edge there. We'll stay on board at the front lot for now. Pistol overtaking Munis Fab. Sotsmon's taking over James for P10. And Throne Globe overtaking C6 Dread. There's quite a few cars going wide. Bit wiggly on the exits here. Throne Globe going round the inside now. Well, was the outside. Turns to the inside. Stays for the inside. They're still wheel to wheel. They're still going at it. Will they stay side by side into turn 1? They will. Boom. And that is lap 1 done. We will turn on all the intervals and stuff now. Tyres, there is your strat. A few half and half mix. And there's a C6 Dread out. Well, not out, but out of contention for the lead for now. You've got a side by side. It's James versus Fister versus Nagram. So the Ferrari just sweeps around the outside of cops. Getting it done. Missing a fight here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Negron versus Fister versus his own teammate, and it's getting a bit squiggly there. And Oz overtaking Sunspots there side by side right now, going into the next couple of turns 3 and 4. Does the Aston fit better of it? No, he's going to keep it side by side, and he does make the overtake. That just puts them into position for another overtake. Fister getting right back past James. Question is, who's running higher wings? That's what you've got to think about right now. We're going to stay on board with the driver of the Ferrari. Fister overtaking Oz. The wet's clearly not working for the drivers. The wet's clearly being a bad decision. Obviously, if I do see... Oh, wow. That was an epic overtake there. I think that was 2 for 1. It was. Fister getting past both the V-Cop and the Aston Martin at the same time. And there's a caution in sector 3. Michael and Clem are going on it at the moment, just ahead of him. But the main thing here is this Ferrari, will he do another overtake? There's a little bit of contact there between the Merc and the Kick Sauber. We're going on board apparently. Throne did overtake, by the way, Skywalker. So as it stands, it is a McLaren 1-2, which is absolutely insane. And Fister's just getting massively held up there, and that's allowed Satsmans to get through. What is going on? And just like that, Fister right round the outside of not just one. Oh, there's a bit of contact there. That's going to push the Merc wide. But he's got one back. Is he going to get the Merc as well? He does. The Merc getting a bit slidey on the exit. Still there. Still there. Still targeting, obviously, Fister going to the far left side. Doesn't want to get hit by that Merc. And he just Yeah, he makes that very easy, clean. Skywalker pits from P3, that allows Vista and Negrom and a few other drivers just to come through. And here goes Pistol trying to get on the outside of Hammers, and there's a bit of a collision there. That's not going to help anyone, but Pistol just keeps it in there. Hammers struggling. And Nick Fury also struggling now. There are some drivers adamant to stay on those wet condition tyres. Do they know something that everyone else doesn't? Is it going to go heavier later on in the race? Are they deciding to do a cheeky stay out, wait for it to get heavier? Or what's going on with Clem here? He's backed off. I think Clem's just not going to fight. I think he's just wanted to stay out of trouble. That's going to be really struggling now for him into the corners for the left-hand turns. But I say that as he just dives down and gets the move done anyway. So there you go. He has been made the move past Nick Fury. What has man done? Now Pistol takes the fastest lap from him. You know, it's even quicker, I'd say. There we go. Down the inside, and it looked like there was a bit of move on the braking from Sotspots there. I'm not too sure, but yeah, Skywalker does one in and does two. That's a double overtake in the last two corners, and he goes into P13. Clem versus Don. Don on those intermediates just gets that move done. It's pretty self-explanatory, and now Walker's on the same trajectory. They're still relatively close to each other. Clem later on the break than Walker. Walker had the tighter line into that turn, but then got the better exit for it because he's on those intermediates. And Pistol versus Nagrom. Yeah, Nagrom just has to settle down for P5 for now. Set to 3 yellow. It's a Red Bull. It's bouncy, and he's off the track. Oh, will he get back on the track, though, is the question. He does, but look at that end plate. That is... No, look at that wing. It's terrible. James versus C6 Dread. What do they do? Williams versus Alpine. Williams getting the better race line through the final few turns. They don't touch, but... Oh, wow, that was beautifully close. C6 Dread just managed to perfectly place that car, like, just to the inch perfect. But here we go, Pistol versus Skywalker. Pistol down the inside, gets through. And as that happens, we also have the battle of Throne versus C6. We get one battle, and then we get one directly at the same time. It's amazing. Walker overtakes James down for P13 into Sector 2. We just have this big trail of cars right here. From... What is that? Is it Don? Yeah, it's Don all the way down to, like, Negrom. Yeah, it is. And then 5 seconds down the track is Nick Fury. He's gaining as much as he can. Here we go. Pistol versus Don. On the outside is Pistol. Turns in on Don. That's not going to help him. In fact, that's actually probably an intentional turn-in, but hey, what do I know? Don pits from the intermediates on lap 14, well, lap 16, should I say. AVT Walker being overtaken by Michael, but Michael comes back on AVT Walker. Not AVT Walker. What am I doing? That's not going to be any good, and that's probably going to be a retire in the pit lane for Moon. We'll see soon for the Williams driver. Fister getting past Sky. Now will he get past EVT Michael? No, he won't. He's a bit too far back. And the changing conditions from the wet tyres to the intermediate tyres, it scrambles the grid. And that was not a good thing for C6 Dread. And there's a collision there between the Red Bull and... What is going on? C6 Dread has damage, actually. Didn't notice that. C6 Dread was so high up. And due to damage. He's fell, but right now, Nick Fury versus AVT Michael. AVT just sticking it, giving the Haas a little wag of the finger saying, not gonna make this easy for you. And there's another driver going onto the soft test. Does that look dry? What is going on? Surely that is not dry. I know the rain has stopped. I know it's gonna dry at some point, but surely the position changes weren't worth that. And I'd just like to say right now, while we're on the last 2 laps of the race, thank you for everyone that's joined and watched the stream and made a comment in the chat. It's very much appreciated. We welcome everyone and anyone. And this is a massive way to kickstart the season, as Fanta makes it through. AVT Michael gets a 3-second penalty, and there you go, Fanta to the podium. Hot lap on, overtake on. He's gone back down to hot lap. He's staying in thinking DRS finally gets enabled on that last lap. That could have come in handy, and yeah, Nick Fury just has a bit of a twitch on the exit. He knew that was it, you know. But there you go. Oh wait, hang on. I didn't realise Negrum has a penalty. So there we go. It goes Throne, Pistol, Fanta, Nick Fury, Nagrom, Skywalker. OZ will cross the line. Well, yeah, it's going to be a really tight crossing the line with Walker, followed by Fister. So it's a Ferrari 8 and 9. Hang on, I'm getting flashbacks here of Australia in real life. Clem finishes P10, the pole sitter. AVT Michael finishes P11 on track. Where will he finish after penalties are applied? James finishes P12. Monks 1.6 seconds up on his own time. Will he get fastest lap? No, he doesn't, but it's still a P13. 6 Dread. No penalties. Bad luck. And he crosses the line, finishing P14. George P15, Mini Walker 16, and Doe 17, and 3 DNFs to go along with it.